with a film like Queen and Slim, it's very much a time capsule.
Hmm.
Very much something that I had to say at the time. Movies sometimes can help us have conversations that we can't start on our own. So Hollywood is more than just glitz and glamour, but I think it's a bunch of people that are willing to be vulnerable and to create time capsules for us so we don't forget who we were. And so, and I'm saying something about what it is to be Black and queer and to have a gift and to feel like you have a responsibility to your family, to your community, to your people. But then what is your responsibility to yourself? And so these are things I may be grappling with, but I tell that story through a character, and then other people can see themselves and can then maybe empathize about what it means to be other, to be different, to be gifted, and what that means for that person and what it means for other people and the sacrifices that are made. Ask Prince about his relationship with God, and Prince is very clear and adamant, about like that God is the reason, God is the source of everything, but also his source, obviously. And Kendrick obviously has is also raps about that. And so, and God is a constant in all of my work. I mean, but I think a big thing, even like in 20s, they go to church and Queen of Slim was listening to gospel music because it helps calm him. Like yes, was raised in the church led by a Black woman, South Side of Chicago, Christ Universal Temple, Johnny Coleman. So me being a young Black girl in Chicago, the minister of my church is a Black woman. She's the founder of the church. And
Hmm.
so she also preached prosperity and God, created the kingdom and therefore we should have the keys to it. And so so like, and also that we were created in God's image. And so that idea that to me, meditation is a form of prayer. Um, and so my inner voice is God speaking to me because I believe my inner voice is given to me by God. So it's all sort of connected, and I don't separate the two. I'm reading a book right now about Dr. King called A Life. It is really about how, yes, he's a minister, he's a reverend, but he also has a PhD. So he's able to have a relationship between God and, he's saying what I love about Dr. King is that he's proof that one can be religious and an intellectual. I think sometimes people think the two things can't coexist. Why do we do the things that we do? Um, and why can't we change that?
Wow.
So it was something that changed me, and I
Yeah.
learned something about myself. Uh, so I think whatever that moment is for anyone, it's about how do you want that moment to affect you? Is it just a scar that you have, or is it something that reminds you of a time where you were in one spot and then you shifted into another and you want to stay shifting? But yeah, so many people don't want to shift because what I realize is that it takes a lot more from you to choose to be different every day. But to be clear here, I don't have a set regimented like at this time every day. I mean, I try to do it when I wake up, after I pet the dog. Okay, so that could be different times depending on the day, but I don't want to lock myself in. I just want to make sure, hey, as long as I got it done, as long as I have some quiet, that's the agreement with myself. And so people have to come up with an agreement with themselves that has nothing to do with anybody else other than them. It's temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, the struggle, the uncomfortableness, because you're doing something new. You're rewiring. You're learning how
Right.
to walk again. And that's not fun. But when you get to the other side, you realize, oh, I'm in a new space and I
Right.
like